Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message, channeling. Whatever comes out, comes out. I will pull some cards, but I have a few announcements. They're not really announcements, it's more like a share, I guess. Because I'm just like, okay, right now, since I sat down at this table, my energy is kind of going a little haywire. Like, I don't know, it doesn't feel chaotic. It just feels, I might cry. I don't know, because I feel like I'm going to cry right now, and I wasn't feeling that way before. And I don't know, it's like, it's very overwhelming. So there's quite a few people in my own life and situation that are probably feeling that way. I'm just going to say, especially today. Holy crap. But I wasn't feeling that way myself. Even with the information, with what I found out, I did get a little shaky, like, oh my goodness. But I'm just more in shock than anything. I mean, I'm in shock for multiple reasons. But anyways, today is March 8th, 2023. It's Wednesday. It's hump day, so let's get over this friggin' hump. I'm just saying, oh God, I feel sick. That reminds me, that's probably why I was feeling sick off and on. I got a few things. Okay. Well, first, I'm going to start with my dream, which I had multiple dreams. Oh, God. I had multiple dreams, but the one that I remember the most, and it leads into the information I got today. Like, this is how Spirit communicates with me, even when I don't understand it, because sometimes we don't know fully, especially if it's people we don't, like if information's coming out about people that we don't talk to or interact with on the regular or at all. If it comes out, you don't really know what it means until they confirm it for you. And I got a lot of confirmation today and some weird stuff, just saying. But anyways, because I've definitely been in hermit mode, spending a lot of time by myself, and haven't been talking to anyone except for people in my household. I was just thinking of how I should have called, like, I wanted to call my sister yesterday and the day before. I was thinking of her very heavily. And I actually thought about calling my mom yesterday. I'm like, I really need to call her. I need to talk to her. And then I was like, well, I'll call her later because I don't really have anything to say. I'm a friggin' hermit. There's nothing exciting going on for me. So I'm like, I don't have any news to deliver. I was picking up on her. She was going to call me, and she did. Because there was news, multiple things that she had to say, but she didn't know she had to say it until today. I was just picking up on it yesterday. Because, it's just weird. I'm getting wicked shaky all of a sudden. But anyways, I couldn't sleep to save my life last night. I would fall asleep for an hour, and I was having crazy dreams. I couldn't remember all of them, but they were very vivid, and like, I'd fall asleep for an hour, wake up, and be like, what the hell, roll over. And I was just tossing and turning all night. And I literally said out loud, I'm like, why can't I friggin' sleep? Like, what is going on? Well, when my mom had called, she said the same thing, and she didn't know why she couldn't sleep either. She's like, I just kept tossing and turning, I just couldn't sleep at all. And I was like, me too. So we were both within these energies, because my mom picks up on things too. She definitely doesn't see it that way 90% of the time, because especially when it comes to family, because that's what I want to explain with like intuition and when spirit comes and talks to us. She's not a tarot reader. She doesn't do what I do. She doesn't do it for strangers and stuff like that. Like, she doesn't do it at all. But you're connected to your children, to your family, to those you're closest to, and spirit will give us information about friends and family and whatever if we need to know. And we might not understand until we get the confirmation and then go, yeah, I had a bad feeling, or I felt this or that or whatever. So really listen to yourselves is what I want to say when you get those feelings, because you're probably not wrong, even if you don't fully understand it. That's why I explain a lot of things, and I know I've said that a million times, but it's true. No matter what your faith is, even if you're not, very spiritual, you're not woke, you're not a psychic, you're not a medium, you're just a normal, everyday person who has faith in something greater than yourself, and you pick up on things. It's our intuition. We're all built with the capabilities. Do you know what I mean? Just some people really don't get it, or they just ignore it. But anyways, the dream I had, the last one I remember before I finally got up, because I was so sick of tossing and turning, I'm like, what the hell, was really weird. I was in the basement with my tablet, and I was recording. I was doing a video like I am right now. And I looked in, like, on the screen, because I was facing myself in the dream, and I was on the side of the basement where the washer and dryer and shit is, which I would never record down there. Well, I can't say never, because I have in the past one time, but it's loud because of the furnace, and it's dirty and dingy, you know what I mean? But I had a table down there, like, in the dream. That's where I was going to record. I was all set up and everything. Oh my goodness, indigestion. Whew, what's that about? Probably spirit. But anyways, I looked on the screen, and behind me I saw my kids, my son and my daughter, and they were little though. They were, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old or something, which there's a 2-year age difference between my kids, but they looked young, and they were about the same height and stuff, but it was my kids, and I was like, oh, my kids are here. And then I turned like this to look behind me and to say something to them, and they weren't there. And I was like, they were just here. Where the hell are they? So I faced the camera again, and then I saw 2 kids behind me again, but they weren't my kids. There was 2 of them, and one of them was a little boy, and he had like blonde, wicked blonde hair, and he kind of had a little bit of a round face, and the other one was wearing, the only thing it seemed like was a death mask. I don't know. It kind of looked like those like triangle hoods that the KKK would wear, but it wasn't. It was black, and the kid was covered. Like, I don't know, like, it was almost, I couldn't see who that one was. It was covered with a weird, scary mask, basically. And I'm like, who the hell are those kids? Like, I had no clue who they were. I still don't. But that leads me into what I'm going to say, because I woke up to that going, that's kind of freaking weird. Like, what's that about? Well, I was barely awake. I roll over, grab my phone, and I see my mom had texted me, and she messaged me and let me know. This one's gonna make me cry all of a sudden. I didn't even cry when I was talking about it earlier. Maybe because I was in shock I wasn't really in shock with this, because I anticipated it. I just didn't think it would happen this soon. And I did say in prior readings recently that there would be a death. Well, my grandpa Bill, he passed away this morning. So he's in a better place now because he's not suffering. I believe he stopped his cancer treatments with he had lung cancer. I believe he stopped his treatment in February or the end of January or something. I can't remember, but it wasn't that long ago in it. Yeah, so he's not suffering anymore. But what's really crazy is I feel like he was suffering towards the end. I do. Like, it definitely wasn't a comfortable experience. I don't feel like it was like horrendous, because, you know, medications can help ease things and stuff, but breathing, because I'm not even kidding you. I didn't even think of this until just now. But oh my goodness, oh shit, I don't know, like the past week or so, but mainly the past 3 to 4 days, I couldn't breathe. I'm like, what the hell? No matter what I was doing, whether I smoked or not. And I'm like, why can't I friggin' breathe? Like, I don't normally get asthma attacks like this, and it didn't feel like an asthma attack, but I'm like, I kept coughing, and I'm like, what? It wasn't like that cough. I was literally coughing crap out too, and it just, I don't know, it was very uncomfortable. I just felt like I just couldn't breathe. I just can't breathe. I just can't breathe. And I'm like, what the shit is going on? I think that's how he was feeling because um, I can breathe fine today. Honestly, it feels like I can breathe again. And he's gone. So he's not gone, but gone from the physical plane. So I kind of feel like I was picking up on him getting ready to pass, and I didn't realize that. I didn't connect that at all. But it makes sense because I'm fine now. Like, that feeling's gone. So if anyone's wondering how he felt, yeah, it wasn't the most comfortable feeling that I felt, at least. But it's lifted now, so that's good. Um, so I got that news, I got that text, and then I was like, oh, well, that's crap, but at least he's not suffering, and that's why I didn't cry, because I talk to the other side all the time, and I I know he's in a better place, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's sometimes when people pass, it's like a bittersweet thing, because you know that it's best for them, but you're still gonna miss them, you know what I mean? And I haven't seen him in a long time, and that's okay too. um what the fuck. This is probably why I didn't put makeup on first, because Spirit just knows that I'm gonna get teary-eyed. So anyways, there was that. And then my son comes down and was like, oh, I got, oh, I don't feel good. This could be why I was puking off and on too, like what I'm gonna say next. Because randomly I would just be like, oh, I don't feel good, and just start barfing in my trash can out of nowhere, and I was totally fine. Well, I've been picking up on, I've been saying this for the longest time, in love readings, different readings, and sometimes there's different, when I'm reading, there's like a storyline, and then all of a sudden a word, like a color or a word or whatever, will pop up, and it's like, I don't know who that's for, what that's about, it just pops up as I see it or hear it or something. Well, I've been talking about twins a lot lately, and I know a lot of different twins. I went to high school with a few sets, and there's some I don't really know, but I know of, and and other people know twins and whatever, fraternal and identical and all that crap. So I just, twin flame, whatever. I had no clue what it meant, but it kept popping up, and I'm like, what is with the damn twins? Because a friend of mine is a twin, and I'm just like going, why does it keep, like, I think I was thinking of them because they're the closest twins I know, like, you know what I mean, like the ones I like had spoken to and stuff, really. And I'm just like, does it have to do with them? Like, what the hell is, I don't know, like, I just was confused. So I just really wouldn't read too much into it. It's like, when I'm supposed to know, I'll know, and if I'm not supposed to know what it means, then they'll know, someone will know, you know what I mean? Well, anyways, I literally, my son was like, Mom, I gotta tell you something, I've got some news. And I was like, well, like what? And he told me that my nephew had talked to him, but he didn't want me to tell anyone. And I was like, okay. So he told me, and then I'm going, it's probably a rumor. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't read too much into what he said, because I was like, I'm going to wait and either go to the source, and, I'm not going to just go, I'm not going to take it at face value until I have more information, is basically what I was thinking, which is the right thing to do with certain information, especially if it's hearsay and stuff, because you never know when people want to cause problems and all that crap, which we went through that over the weekend when it came to my daughter's friends, just saying. But anyways, regardless of that crap, no sooner did we get done talking about it, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, my mom calls. And I was like, oh my God, it must be true. it just must be true, because she had texted me about my grandfather, and then she called, and I was like, I bet you she's going to tell me exactly what my son just told me. And sure as shit, that's what she did. And I was standing in the basement when I found this out, which correlates with my dream. My sister's pregnant with twins. And and I found out when I was in the basement on the phone with my mom, and that's where my dream took place. And I saw two kids, and I've never seen these kids before. And you'd think that this would be a joyous moment, like, oh yay, being auntie again, kind of thing. And it's not that I don't want that. It's just the circumstances aren't great. No, and now I'm gonna cry again. What the hell? So that's what the twins were. That's why I kept coming up. I did mention a pregnancy in a recent reading. I don't know if I uploaded that one or not, but I've mentioned it a few times. And actually, a few months ago, I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago, I was standing in the window and I felt like I was pregnant. Like I was like rubbing my belly, and I'm like, who's pregnant? I think I was picking up on my sister. I was probably picking up on her nausea, getting emotional for no reason, just out of fucking nowhere. Yeah. And I don't know, it's weird because I thought I wrote it down in one of my books that I wrote it down back in 2019 actually, that I saw my sister getting pregnant, and I was like, I don't know, we'll see, kind of thing. I saw a few other things too, but I don't want to get into all those messages because some of them are just, hopefully it'll all be avoided, just problematic crap and whatever. But she's 14 weeks. I don't even want to say what else I picked up on when it pertains to that, but I don't talk to her. We haven't spoken in quite a while. Just because we live different lives, I'm not outing anything on here when it comes to how she lives her life and stuff, but we haven't spoken. I mean, I even invited her to Thanksgiving last year, and she never replied. She never answered, so I haven't tried to contact her because I was like, well, if she's mad at me or she doesn't want to, if she wants to talk, she knows my number, you know what I mean? And I almost messaged her yesterday or the day before, and then I was like, no, I'll wait, because I don't know, I was thinking of her, basically. So if she ever watches this, know that I love you and I am thinking of you, and I'll definitely be praying for you in this situation. Definitely. But yeah, so anyone who questions why I'm quirky and why I say certain things, why I feel things, what the hell happens with me, like why is she acting this way and, saying whatever, it's because I'm picking up on different people. I literally feel people. I know I've said this 1,000 times before, but it's not that I'm trying to prove myself to anyone, but I do want people close to me to understand that I don't always know every thought in everyone's head, but yes, I can read minds. When I need to know certain things, it comes to me, especially when it comes to health issues and problems, like could be mental issues, physical ailments. If you have an illness of some kind, I pick up on that all the time. Like there was a reading I did not too long ago where in the middle of it, my son came in and needed to use my inhaler, and I all of a sudden couldn't breathe. I felt the restriction, and that's what was going on with him, which is probably why I didn't connect my grampy situation, because I was assuming it was the people around me, you know what I mean? Like, never assume, I guess. But that literally happened because he was right beside me. But I feel people when they're not beside me, and I don't always know who it is. But if I'm literally speaking to you and I start feeling a certain way, take note, because it's either a message for you to go, get checked out, especially if you're feeling like that, or it could be somebody around you, and a spirit's way of saying, take note of this because it could get worse down the line, or something's going on and you need to be aware. That's what it's about. It's not about scaring people. I felt the chest pains and stuff when I was around my father at his house, and I hadn't spoken to him forever, and I was picking up on his mannerisms, his symptoms. Like I'd touch the back of my ear. He has hearing aids. He'd get pains back here and touch himself there, or he'd go like this because he would get a chest pain. Getting stuffed up, blowing his nose, coughing. I was picking up on my father before I even knew it, and then when I saw him, because I hadn't seen him in years, when I went there during my drives and stuff, I was like, wow, I've been feeling you, because I was literally feeling him in that moment too. And I looked at him and his wife and I said, get his ass to the doctor. I don't care. Like, do test, because something's going on here. And they did find something. And he's doing fine now and stuff, but it's not to scare people. It's to scare your ass straight so that you get the help you need. You know what I mean? I don't always feel people's symptoms, how they pass, or their illnesses to the full extent, but if spirit really wants me to know and I'm not paying attention, I'm not paying attention, they will definitely let me know, and they will drop me to my knees sometimes. And I'm okay with that. I welcome it because it helps other people. So I've felt a lot of things I wish I didn't feel, and I know a lot of things I wish I didn't know. But it's not about me. You know what I mean? Like, so if I ever pick up on people around me, especially, and it's sensitive information, or you don't want me to know how you're feeling about this, that, or the other, just know that it's happening for your highest good. It's not because I'm asking to know. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll just be shooting the shit, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I feel like I just got hit in the back of the head. Oh. I don't really want to talk about that one right now. Because of what I can do, I can pick up on murder cases, cold cases, current cases, whatever, as well. I just know things. And like I said, there's a case in North Carolina. It's ongoing because I don't think they've gone to trial yet, because it's a very well-known family that's involved in that, because there's a lot of money ties and greed and scandals and crap, and a lot of murders are tied to this family because of that, because of their status, and they could get away with things because they were involved with the court systems. They were lawyers and they knew a lot of cops. You could pay off people, or when you have friends in high places, you can get away with shit, you know what I mean, for a certain amount of time at least. But yeah, there was one where I think it was the first one, and it had to do with, I don't know, okay, I don't really want to talk about it right now, but feeling like I got hit in the back of the head. That's what happened to this guy named Steven. He was a teenager, and the two sons from this prominent family were involved in this, or at least one of them, because it's the older brother. That's what, I don't know, something to do with him, and it's just what I feel. And he killed that kid, basically. It made it look like a hit and run, but it wasn't a vehicular incident. It was just someone getting dropped in the freaking road, basically. But anyways, there was a bunch more, and I don't know, I was just reminded of that because I felt like I got smacked in the back of the head with like a bat or a stick or something. And I think that's what happened. He had blunt force trauma to the head, but I don't know what weapon was used on him or anything. It didn't go into detail. The brothers involved, because the very last crimes that were committed that got the dad arrested, was two people. It's not just one. And that's probably why it's coming up, because it's a father and son duo. There were two weapons used as well. There was a rifle and then like an AK or something. It's an automatic gun of some kind. I don't know the exact model and whatever. But the wife was shot with the automatic rifle, and her son was shot with a rifle, while the older brother has a hunting rifle and that was what he would use all the time. It was on their property. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, but it's coming up for a reason, because I don't think that the brother, the oldest son, the one that's still alive, I don't think that he was being charged or looked into. He might be being looked into, I don't know, but I think it's just the father that's in jail. Like, that's a long one. I'm not going to talk about it all in here, but I feel like that's why I'm feeling that crime, and I felt it before I even was led to watch about it because I never heard of it. And I was originally on Hulu, and my Roku's like, no, you can't watch Hulu or Disney anymore because your Roku's too damn old. So Netflix would still let me watch it, and that came up randomly, and I was like, why not? And it was literally different feelings that I was feeling, and I'm like, I wonder if I was picking up on this family and stuff, because it just, a lot of things made sense, which is why I wanted to talk about it at some point, and I will. I'll just dedicate, a video or something to that because they keep coming up. It keeps coming up, and it's probably because justice, everyone needs to pay, everyone who is involved, not just one person. It's like no more cover-ups, basically, with that. So I don't know, but that just popped up, so that's why I said it. It's a lot of chaos and conflict, maybe because there's a lot of revelations, figuring things out. Why am I tapping the card? Oh, the other thing. I don't even know how the hell this popped up in my head, like how it made me remember just tapping the card, because I was thinking of a picture. Well, have a root beer. Cheers. I haven't drank root beer since, I don't know, I haven't drank it in a long time. It makes me think of my Mimi, because, I don't know, the flavor reminds me of her, because she always had like little cans of soda and stuff at her house. My Mimi, the one who passed away, and I don't know, for some reason when I taste the A&W root beer, it brings me back to when I was a kid at my Mimi's. This is weird, but she's always around anyways. But anyways, yeah. So I've told everyone, like during the drives and stuff, when people are leading me around and stalking me and stuff, which I don't care if anyone believes me or not, it is what it is. I'm not here to prove that either. It's just, it comes up a lot because it's important, and their day of reckoning is coming, just saying. So anyways, besides that, I had taken pictures of everything, when I would go to different places and I'd find different things and whatever. And I had some saved to different, different devices, different platforms, on the internet and stuff, so it wasn't just on a device. But some photos were only on a device. They were only on my phone, which was on the cloud that I have now on this iPad, because my phone and this are on two different clouds. And when I started looking through my tablet, there was those pictures were gone, and I was like, oh, they must not have saved to the cloud or something, because when I reset my phone, I wasn't sure if everything got backed up or not. Like, because it can back up to a certain point, and then anything that didn't get backed up will be removed if you reset your phone. So only what was originally saved to the cloud will be there. And I was like, well, that sucks, because I lost a bunch of those photos. Not all of them, just some, during a certain span of time. Actually, it was multiple spans of time, which is kind of weird, actually. That's what makes this weird, is you would think it would just be from this date to this date didn't get backed up, because if everything from a certain date back got backed up and was there, all the pictures would be there. Do you know what I mean? Because it was saved. So I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, oh, I lost them. And I just was like, whatever. And what's meant to be will be, So I get all this news today about my grandfather, about my sister, everything coming together. Not everything, but damn close. And I go out to the garage because I started getting really hot. I was like, I need air. Like, this is too much. Like, holy crap. And I know everything will be okay and whatnot. It's just, it's shocking information, especially when I connect the dots of what I felt and what I saw and my readings. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, like, holy shit, here it is. Here's the problems. Here's the chaos and conflict. But anyways, at least some of it. So I go outside, and I'm sitting in the garage, and I'm having a cigarette, and I just start, I went to look in my iPad because a video, when I went to re-upload a love reading I did yesterday, because that one failed, and I have to re-upload it. But so that's doing that now. But anyways, I saw a different video, like from I don't know, last year sometime, like April of last year, and I had the orange nails, like the follow orange crap and whatever. But I was like, I wonder what that is. Where the hell did that video come from? It wasn't in here yesterday. Like, why is it in here now? And I was like, maybe I'll watch it. So I went to watch it, and it was a personal reading for someone. And I was like, oh, well, I don't need to watch it. It's a personal reading for someone. So I just ended up, deleting it because it's already uploaded to YouTube way back then, and I sent it to whoever purchased it, basically. So it's like, no, I don't need to know. But I was like, where'd it come from? Like, why is it showing up now? It wasn't there before, So then I start looking through the photos, and I'm like, holy crap! I was like, the photos I thought were gone, they were all there. They were all there, and I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? All this crazy energy, and today, I literally looked at my iPad yesterday, because I'm always in it when I'm recording, because it goes to your photos, your videos and stuff. Was not there yesterday. Boom, 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 all this crap comes in, and the photos are there. And I was like, holy shit. So I'm like, I wonder how many are in here. So I start scrolling back, and the pictures and stuff that were there that have always been on here, because I said from a certain point back, the pictures were there. There was more in between. Like, I'm like, what? Because you would think it would just be from this date forward, Oh, there it shows up. Maybe there was a glitch in the clouds, you know what I mean? But what the fuck? Like, what are the odds? What are the odds that the evidence that I wish that I didn't lose just pops right back up? Like, boom, there you go. There it is. Like, holy buddy duddies, I wanted to say something else, just saying, but I'm like, what the mother of crapola? It's cool, but that's like, I was not expecting that, just saying. Like, it just came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere. So I have it all back. I mean, I had like conversations and crap that were saved because they had been saved, and the telephone number, certain telephone numbers and stuff from my old cloud are on my iPad, not on my phone and stuff. But I wanted to keep shit separate for some reason. I don't know what the reason is. I do weird things for weird reasons, and it always makes sense in the end. It just always does. It's like part of me wants to pull a couple cards, but I don't know. I kept getting betrayal and heartbreak and just some pretty sad energy, like someone might be feeling guilty for doing something, for their actions or non-actions in the situation as well. But regardless, it's all these things are happening, and it's just like the timing is impeccable. Maybe Grampy Bill was like, here you go, sweetie. Shoot. I don't know, but it's just kind of ironic. But I love it, and those are the things that I love about spirit, and how they interact with me, and how signs and things come up. And what else is crazy was the lights. You know how they flicker and flash and stuff. And some of you have seen the confirmation candle turn on and off, and when I have it on film, and orbs fly around and what have you. The lamp that I have, like, the lights haven't been flashing, like, for, I don't know, actually a few weeks. They haven't been flickering or whatever. Sometimes when I'm reading, I'll see it flicker or something, but it hasn't been doing it just because to get my attention. But the light started flashing again last night. When I was in the basement, downstairs, the bulb was flashing at me, answering questions again. And my lamp was doing it before I went to bed, and then my grandfather passed away today. So I was like, they were trying to get my attention. So they do it when I need confirmation for certain things, or to get my attention. And that actually happened when someone I know, that the twin I was talking about, when he was here, and we were talking about his father who had passed away. He actually saw the light bulb in the basement flash at him too. So it was just his dad saying, hello, I'm here, you know, and I don't know what he got from any of that. And hopefully it was I don't know why I wanted to say a sobering experience, but hopefully it was a positive experience for him, because that's what it's all about, you know? That's what it's all about. Spirit isn't here to cause hate and discontent. They're here to let you know about the hate and discontent so that it can be fixed. I'm just going to pull one card to end this on, and then I'm going to go, and I will do more readings, but I got to go shopping with my daughter today because she's going to get a dress for the dance. So I'm going to take care of that. And all right, is there anything that the collective or anyone who's watching this needs to know? I just heard you got this. Someone wants to take a chance. They want to say something. Someone has something to talk about. Could have something to do with a relationship, not necessarily, but I feel like somebody wants to reach out to you or whoever. I just heard I have a lot to say. So there's someone who has a lot to say. They have a lot to tell you. Yeah, they do. Cycles. Momentum, force, life cycle, stay grounded in the now. Something's building up momentum. Someone's trying to build up the courage to say something potentially about a partnership. Maybe somebody wants to come together with you. But I feel like something's building momentum. And loss is significant. Something very unexpected is coming today, which, you know, happened this morning, but maybe there's more to come. Tower moment, unexpected, within the community. So there could be something very unexpected that goes on for someone within their community. It could just be information or loss. Has something to do with loss within a community. What the hell's that about? What is this tower moment and loss? That could be where the chaos and conflict is coming in. Well, the star energy, that's healing. Healing from loss? Well, definitely, because we have temperance here too. Don't worry. Some of them might not know what to do because of a loss. And it doesn't always mean death. It could just be, you know, separation or like letting someone else go too. It's not just death related. I just heard I'm scared I'm going to lose you. So someone might be afraid of losing another person. Because we have the devil and conflict and sadness here. Yeah, somebody might be afraid of losing someone. But I feel like there is a resolution coming to a level of conflict, because with chaos and conflict, someone might have been fearing a fight, or I don't know, there's a level of fear here. And they could be worried about a fight, an argument, something like that, a loss. Because there's like depression and stress and stuff here too. Which I don't know, because what I wrote down last night made no damn sense. And punch, boom, bang, ouch. Like, I felt like someone was going to get into a fight. And I underlined ouch, fight, picture, pay, warning, leave. Picture's going to pay, warning, leave. You need to leave. A picture is upsetting someone. Pictures, Death Star, no, is a problem, not over. They're just being quiet. So whatever this problem is, people are still paying attention. They're still watching or whatever, watching you, whatever this is. And they're just kind of laying low. It's like, heed the warnings. Warning, warning, warning. Leave, family, question mark, leave. That's what, problems are coming. It'll be okay, though. Keep your cool. I don't know. Like, that's exactly what I was writing with all this stuff. I dropped you, slipped away. Wow. Painful messages and information. Well, that came in today, just saying. Should I pick you or this back up or leave it alone? So someone's wondering that, which I saw prior, so that somebody wants to say something to another person. Close your eyes. Or someone might be like drying their eyes, like if they're watering, or if you're crying, like that's what it just felt like I was doing. So someone does that. So someone might be wondering if they should help someone or something. I keep looking at you. Looking. Look. Look. You need to see. Look. Something. I don't know. But I wrote all that crap down. So, and it just reminded me because we have conflict here. I don't know what the conflict is. Could be different for everyone, but it's in here. Yeah, exactly. Seven of Cups. I don't know what the conflict is. I just want to say I know people don't like me. Like, I don't know. That just popped in my head. And I know that. And I'm okay with it. Well, there's fear here. I'm not afraid of any of that crap. And then being left out. So someone might be butthurt because they feel left out of your life, basically. And maybe they don't like you and they're causing problems. Because there is a level of loss here, just saying. And it's amazing what people do when they're hurting. It doesn't make it right. It just means that's what they do. I now know that we belong together, and I hope you feel the same way. I don't know, that just popped off the deck. Keep your composure in a situation, and don't worry, they will get fixed. Like, things will turn around. In due time, positive change is coming. But I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that, because I wasn't going to until I saw the pictures on my iPad, and I was like, where the hell did they come from? Like, they were gone. And they've been gone for a year. Oh my god, yeah. Holy crap. They've been gone for a freaking year. Because, almost a year. Because I think it was April, May. The pictures that were missing, and some others from prior, but holy shit, I didn't even... Yeah, it's been about a year. They're gone for a year, and then my grandfather passes away, and then boop, there they are. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna go now because I gotta get dressed and ready and whatever. And I'll be back with more readings and stuff. Hopefully that love reading will upload today, or upload now, soon. Whatever. I love you guys. Peace.